Once upon a time, in a bustling town near the river, lived a 26-year-old man named Arjun. Arjun was a dreamer. He had big goals in life. He wanted to start his own business, help his family, and build a better future. But despite all his dreams, Arjun always found himself stuck. Every day, he thought about what he should do, how he could do it, and what might happen if he failed. His mind was like a spinning wheel, turning round and round but never moving forward. He often said to himself, "What if I fail? What will people think? Maybe I should wait for the right time." And so, days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Nothing changed. Arjun kept overthinking, but he never took action. His friends moved ahead in their careers, but he remained where he was, trapped in the prison of his own thoughts. One evening, frustrated and restless, Arjun walked by the river. He saw an old fisherman mending his net. The fisherman's clothes were simple, his hands rough, but his face was calm and peaceful. Curious, Arjun went closer and said, "Uncle, how do you stay so calm? Don't you ever worry about the future, whether you'll catch enough fish or not?" The fisherman smiled and said, "My son, if I sit all day worrying about tomorrow's catch, will that fill my net today? No, the only way to fill my net is to throw it into the water again and again. Worrying doesn't feed my family. Action does." These words struck Arjun deeply, but he still asked, "But what if you fail? What if you catch nothing?" The fisherman laughed softly and replied, "Then I try again. Failure doesn't scare me, but doing nothing does. Because doing nothing guarantees emptiness. At least by trying, there is hope." Arjun felt silent. He had never thought of life this way. The fisherman continued, "Let me show you something." He took Arjun's hand and gave him a small fishing net. Then he pointed to the river and said, "Throw it once." Arjun hesitated. His mind instantly filled with thoughts. What if I throw it wrong? What if people laugh at me? What if nothing comes out? Seeing his hesitation, the fisherman gently said, "Look, your mind is already fishing for problems. Stop thinking. Just act." Arjun took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and threw the net into the river. The net fell awkwardly, splashing water everywhere. He pulled it back. It was empty. The fisherman smiled. "See? Nothing happened. You failed once, but the world didn't end. Try again." This time, Arjun threw it with more focus. When he pulled the net back, there were 2 small fishes inside. His face lit up with surprise and joy. The fisherman said calmly, "This is life. Your first step may not be perfect, but it teaches you. The second step brings results. Action creates progress, not endless thinking." Arjun stood quietly, holding the little fishes, and realized the wisdom hidden in those simple words. He had wasted years drowning in his own thoughts, but a single act of doing had taught him more than 1,000 nights of overthinking. From that day, Arjun made a promise to himself. Whenever his mind tried to trap him with too many what-ifs, he would remind himself of the fisherman's words. Action fills the net, not thoughts. Slowly, he started applying this lesson in his life. He stopped waiting for the perfect time and instead began taking small steps every day toward his dream business. At first, there were mistakes. He faced rejections, losses, and even moments of self-doubt, but he kept acting, kept moving. Months later, Arjun opened a small shop of his own. It wasn't big, but it was a start, his own creation, born out of action rather than fear. His family was proud, and his heart felt light for the first time in years. One evening, as he sat in his shop counting the day's earnings, Arjun whispered to himself, "If I had kept overthinking, I would still be standing at the riverbank, empty-handed. But because I acted, I am here." The memory of the fisherman always stayed in his heart. Dear listener, remember this. Overthinking is like sitting at the edge of a river, imagining how many fish you might catch, but never casting the net. You can think for hours, days, or even years, but without action, nothing changes. So stop overthinking. Focus on the step you can take today. Don't worry about failing, because even failure teaches you something. Action is the only bridge between dreams and reality. If you found inspiration in this story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to Harbor of Stories for more motivational stories like this one. Until next time, remember, your actions shape your destiny, not your thoughts. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep moving forward.